Welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time. Today we've got quite a bit of lifting on these full cover tips, so we are going to get them off and do a new set. So the first thing I do is clip off all the extra length, because otherwise that's a lot to attempt to get rid of. And then I am going to take this e-file that I got from iGel Beauty. I love it. And we are going to just file down the bulk. I'm just going to show my pointer finger just for, lack of repetition and just to make this video a little quicker. After I use my coarser, really good removal bit, I'm going to use a medium coarse sanding band just to get down any extra without doing any damage to my nails. And, sorry, a little off screen there. And then after that, we are going to take the gel remover, which I've found works really good on full cover tips, works pretty good on dip. Everything I've tried it on, it works really good. So, we are going to, it takes about 3 layers. It doesn't take as long as, doing an acetone soak might be a little quicker. I just really try to avoid acetone as much as I possibly can. And I haven't noticed this takes too much longer. The things I recommend not to do to get your tips off, your full color tips, is don't pick them off. Don't bite them off. It just does so much damage to your natural nails. I actually had a really stressful day a couple months ago or last month. My nails are still healing from it because my anxiety was up and I was out of town, and yeah, I did what I say not to do, and I picked them off and my nails suffered that. But they're healing pretty nicely. I'm trying to let them grow back out. I'd really like to stop using full cover tips and just kind of get into doing my natural nails, but at this point I just haven't gotten there. So I'm gonna let you guys watch for a minute. Basically, I'm just gonna go through, I'm gonna put the gel remover on every single finger. I'm going to set a timer for 2 minutes. It says 5 to 6, but for whatever reason I just feel like 2 minutes is my sweet spot, so that's what I do. After that, I'm going to scrape off. I'm only going to show you my pointer finger, just like I said, for lack of repetition. And right now I'm just going to let you guys watch, and we'll get back into what I'm doing when I get to the next steps. So I got this remover tool. I got it from Triple D back when I got the Get Naked, which I love, but then they were out of stock, so I got this stuff off Amazon, and it works pretty good. Maybe not as good, but it's close. So I'm just going to scrape this. I know it looks like I'm putting a lot of pressure on my nail, but I'm really not. I'm just putting the pressure on the product itself to scrape it off. And sometimes I need to, pick a little bit off. It gets stuck. Man, my nail looks pretty mangled right there. But most of that is just the product. So I'm going to just sit here and scrape as much off as I can. It gets to a point where it's like no more scraping off. And then at that point, I take my file. I do take the 180 grit side of it. And I'm just going to kind of file off a little bit more. I'm not going on my natural nail. It may look like I am, but I'm really not. I'm only filing on top of the product just to get some of that bulk down, just to make the removal even easier. And after that, I will put another layer on, wait another 2 minutes, and then we will scrape another coat off. All right, we got it all off. It took 3 total rounds of applying the gel remover to get it off, which is pretty typical. Now I am just going to use my Young Nails swipe solution, get off any dust, debris. This is after I filed every single nail with a 180 grit file. You don't have to do that. You can buff them or do nothing, but I just find it helps with adhesion better, and I don't find that it does any more damage to my nails than I already do myself. So, and here we have our Dashing Diva nail glue. As you may or may not know, I have gel allergies and I get dip flu, so I don't use dip base and I don't use gel. You want to make sure that the full cover tip will cover sidewall to sidewall. If it's a little too big, just file it down to fit. And here I'm just picking out my sizes. I pretty much know them. I've been using these particular full cover tips for a little while now. I really like them. They're really thin, which I like because then I can put 2 coats of clear dip powder over them. And that gives me the added strength without making them bulky. So that works perfect for me. Obviously, you could put builder gel over these. You could use builder gel or Triple D's Quick Stick to apply them if you're not allergic to gel. So I am going to take my e-file now and just kind of etch the inside of these tips just for, like I said, better adhesion. And I'm going to let you guys watch that, and when I get to the application, I will hop back on. am going to apply 2 layers of my Mia's Secret dehydrator just to make sure that my nails are nice and dehydrated. I just want my nails to be as good as they can. I'd also recommend cuticle prep. The only reason I didn't do it or show it in the video is because I had just done a new set a couple days ago, and I clipped off and filed or e-filed with a cuticle bit remover any cuticle, and then I of course filed with a 180 grit, so that got rid of any of the invisible cuticle, so I didn't feel it was necessary to mess with my cuticles again. And now I'm going to use my Fast Bond Dashing Diva. I can't find this stuff anywhere right now. It's sold out everywhere. I'm really hoping by the time I'm out of this tube it is back in stock, because this stuff is amazing. It takes a little while to dry. And I do, you'll probably see me, I do hold my nail in front of a heater just to kind of give it a little extra help to dry faster. But it's got a really thick consistency, like gel, but it's not gel, so I'm not allergic to it, which is awesome. So I'm just going to, from starting at my cuticle, I just rock the nail forward and I watch to make sure all the glue goes to the very end of my natural nail, all the way to the free edge. If it doesn't, if it stops early, I will pull the nail to get the glue off and everything, and I will add some more and redo it. I didn't have to do that on this nail. This nail applied really easily, but you will see on my next nail I do have to do that. So right there I'm just holding it in front of my little space heater. Not for very long, just kind of long enough to give it a little help drying. It doesn't take a crazy amount of time, but you really got to hold it down. If I release the nail too quickly, I will get a lot of bubbles, and obviously you don't want that. So now I'm going to move on to my next nail, and here you'll notice I do not add enough glue the first time around. It's just kind of, you know, you just got to play with it, find out what works best. I've been doing it for a little while, but clearly still sometimes I don't add enough nail glue. You can also use acrylic with monomer to apply full cover tips. I tried that a couple times. It was just really messy. I can't get the liquid to powder ratio down, so I just decided that wasn't a good option for me. So I'm hoping that I can find this stuff back in stock, and if not, I will be on the hunt for a new nail glue. If anyone has any suggestions, drop them in the comments. That'd be awesome. I just pulled the nail off, glue and all, just kind of scraped it across my nail so I can add a little bit more without losing any of the glue. And I believe this time around I added enough, and I am good to go and move on to my next. Yep, you can see it went all the way to the free edge, no bubbles, no air gaps, nothing like that. So I'm just going to hold it down for a minute, and then I'm going to hold it in front of my heater just to give it a little extra help on dry time. These are really long. I do end up cutting them down here. I purchased these awesome tip clippers off of Amazon. I love them because you can make them all the exact same size. I do make my pinky one size smaller, just because I feel like it looks better when it's a little bit smaller than the rest of the, shorter than the rest of the nails. And then all the rest of the nails I do the exact same size. These are like, I would consider a medium length or active length. They're long for me. They're right where I like them. They're kind of my sweet spot. So now I am just going to shape and file the top of the nail just to give it a good buff and get rid of all that shininess before I go in and apply my dip and clear dip, just to give my nails some added strength. I think I did okay staying in frame with the filing, which I'm a little surprised at, but I did only do my pointer. So that's all done. And now I'm going to take my dust brush, get off any of the dust, and then I do take my swipe solution and just make sure it's all gone before I go in with my clear dip. You can also use alcohol. I just prefer the swipe solution. I get it off Amazon usually, or if Young Nails is having a sale, then I will purchase it straight from Young Nails. So here we have Color My World clear dip powder. I have an array of clear dips that I use for different things. This is the one that I use strictly for building, so I do not use it on top of my colors, glitters, anything like that. That way it has no chance of getting contaminated. I do my daughter's nails about every 3 weeks, and I build her nails out using the just the tips, like half cover tips. I don't know what you call them. So I really don't want to compromise this clear dip, but I am using my Triple D odorless liquids, which I have no issues using the odorless liquids over full cover tips. As long as I'm not using them on my natural nails, I'm fine. And I will usually use the odorless until I need like a good fill. Once too much of my natural nail is exposed, I have to suck it up and put a mask on and use regular dip liquids. Otherwise, the fill doesn't really last, and then I'm kind of wasting my time. And I like to get I'd like to get 4 to 6 weeks out of these. I have yet to do that, but that's just because I'm impatient, and sometimes I just feel like they're too far gone, need a new set. But we'll see how long I get out of these ones. This set. The set that I removed in the beginning, I had just over 2 weeks. So, I mean, that's pretty good, but I would definitely like to get some more time. So I go in, I do one layer, dust off, then I go in and do one more layer, and then I will activate, file, buff, all that good stuff, and I'm gonna stop talking for a couple minutes and let you guys watch. Clearly struggling to stay in frame, but I think I got it now. I do use the 100 grit side to file around my sidewalls and my free edge, and then I take the 180 side to do the top of my nail and then around the cuticle. I just don't want to hurt myself or file too much off. I just want it to be nice and smooth and just have that nice looking cuticle area where it looks like it's growing right out of my cuticle, as natural as I can get it to look. And then I will go in here shortly after I am done filing the crap out of the top of my nail with a cuticle bit remover, and I will do a little bit more work on the cuticle, but not, you'll just have to watch and see. It's hard to explain, but hopefully, like, when you watch it, you can understand what I'm trying to say, but it's not coming out of my mouth properly. Shocking, I know. So I'm going to let you watch some more, and I'll be back. So I'm going to use like the super fine side of this buffer to just smooth out my nail as like crazy as I possibly can, because this is what I put my peel base on. I do not top coat and then put peel base on. Just, I find it will last a little longer if I just do it over a very buffed nail. Also, I don't know how, I've never tried peel base over nail polish top coat, and that's the top coat that I use. So now I'm going to dust off, swipe, clean my nails and hands really good. I have sanitizing wipes right next to me. I use those. And then cuticle oil to replenish my dehydrated fingers and cuticle areas and all of that stuff. And then we'll be done. So I'm going to stop talking for a minute and let you watch. Don't think that was a full minute, but that's okay. So I'm going to use this salve, I don't know how you say it, but it's basically, I don't know, it's amazing. It's like oil, but in lotion form, kind of. And I use that probably 3 to 4 times a day, but after I'm done doing my nails, I almost always use this. I don't put it in all my video. Well, it's only my second video. But anyway, you get the point. I'm going to put this on, just really rub it in really good, and then I'll get into the cuticle oil, which right now I'm using CN Designer's jojoba juice. I love it. It's amazing, and it smells so good. It's the scent Sweet Hibiscus. But I am just going to rub this in really good. And we are almost done. I super appreciate anybody who's watching this. I would be so overjoyed if you would like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. This is only my second video, and I think I have one short up, but I'm just going to keep going, and hopefully you guys are enjoying what you're watching. And if you have any advice, tips, constructive criticism, I am all ears. I just want to get better, and I want you guys to enjoy watching my videos. So I'm going to just keep going. I will have everything that I used in this video linked below. I did figure out how to do that. Yay. The only thing that probably won't be linked unless it's miraculously back in stock, which last I checked it was not, is the Dashing Diva. But if you just fast bond Dashing Diva on Amazon in the search bar in Google, if it is available, it will pop up. I know Sally's sells it as well, but they're out of stock right now. Like I said, I haven't found anywhere that has it in stock. If you know differently, let me know. That'd be awesome. But thank you so much for watching. Hopefully it wasn't too long and boring. Hopefully it helped. If you have any questions about anything I did, feel free to reach out and I will get back to you. I don't know how the notifications work. Thanks for watching.